They're getting too close.
No shooting yet. Can you see Dull Knife?
Yes, by Big Rock.
We're not going to surrender.
I want to make peace talk to Dull Knife.
Peace talk with a bunch of Cheyenne on the warpath?
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Are you Marshal Earp?
That's right.
Well, you better get your people ready for a fight. Dull Knife is headed this way with lots of Cheyenne and war paint.
Where'd you see him?
About 30 miles down the trace from the Indian nations. I changed horses now, rode them, but they'll be here in 2 hours. Let's get yourself time to get organized.
Now, take it easy.
But, Miss...
Now, look, just take it easy. Yelling Indian and causing the panic isn't going to help us. Mr. Masterson, you take our friend here over to the Long Branch and buy him some cold beer. You go along with Mr. Masterson, and I thank you for your warning.
Why? Shouldn't we get set for him?
It'll be a couple hours before sundown. Cheyenne are too smart to raid a town when it's dark. Anyway, I have a hunch my Indian scouts should be in to tell me about it. You any idea why Dull Knife is sore at this town?
Well, a Crow Indian friend of mine said the Cheyenne were headed here. That's all I know, Mr. Earp.
Buy him all the beer he can drink. Keep asking him not to talk.
Why? Payday isn't till Saturday.
All right. Here. That's enough for supper, too.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Yes, sir.
I didn't signal for the artillery. Take it back in the rack, Harry.
Mr. Brother, Mr. Cousins.
Me.
Oh.
Now, my friends, what is all this about Dull Knife?
Who?
2 white men kill men who fights. Then they treat Shaidive, his wife, as Apaches do. She tell us, then she kill herself for shame.
That is very ugly. Did the wife name the men before she died?
No, Mr. Earp. Only that men who fights told her they belong in Dutch City.
Sikapi Tokiman, Suk, Marshal Earp, Suk.
Shaidive, good wife. She fight and scratch white men on face.
Oh.
After it happened, she take knife so. When Dull Knife hear this, very angry.
Well, I don't blame him. But I think Dull Knife and his men were very foolish to have jumped the reservation. They'd even be more foolish to make a raid on Dodge. It's too big a town, too many guns.
Dull Knife never count guns, Mr. Earp.
Men with scratches on their face shouldn't be too hard to find. You know anything else about him?
Ho. Napikon. Scout. Newt Long Knife. Edwi.
Men who fights was scout for soldiers, like us. Mr. Brother thinks white men scout when in army with Dull Knife.
Well, that'll help us. Are you friendly with Dull Knife?
Yes, but in warpath, he's friend to no man.
But you will go to him and make talk, huh?
What talk?
I want you to explain to Dull Knife that we have law here. I will catch the 2 white men that murdered his people, and the law will hang them.
Hang white man for killing Indian? You joke, Mr. Earp.
No, I'm not joking. Murder is murder. I give you my word, they'll be caught and hanged. You tell Dull Knife that. Ask him to wait for a message from me.
Wait, how long?
I'll tell him one day.
Ho.
Good. We talk with Dull Knife.
Thank you, my friends. I am ashamed that our white brothers do this, but they will hang for it.
You always tell truth, Mr. Earp.
Dull Knife, Nupi, Ho, Suk.
We do not promise Dull Knife will listen, but we talk and say what you are saying.
Tahome.
Tehome.
Nehe. Oh, it's not too bad. Pretty good. Yes, too.
Marshal, we're supposed to see you.
What for?
Never mind. Come on, you're not under arrest.
No,
See you.
Look, Bat, I haven't got no gun. I
on,
didn't do anything. You know that.
Hold it. You fellas will have to come down to the jail. Let's go.
All right, take off your hats. Let me see your forearms. Knife cut, you can go. Roll up your sleeves. How'd you get those marks?
Well, horse shied from a rattlesnake. I went in some brush.
You can go. I'm holding you. Stand over there. Rest of you men, roll up your sleeves.
Who says so?
I said roll up your sleeves. You stand over there, too. Fingernail scratches. You stand over there. Bare your arms all the way. Two of you can go. Well, Mr. Jameson. Looks like a woman scratched you.
Yes, sir. My wife, she's
Last time it was a black guy, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Better luck next time.
Yes, sir.
All right, two of you murdered an Indian. His wife, she... You want to talk about it? What are their names?
Stevens, Miller, and Dort.
All this whoop to do about an Indian?
We done it, we should get a reward.
Is that how you feel about it, Mr. Dort?
You're just picking on me because they kicked me out of the Army.
Oh, you were a soldier, too, huh? Well, how come you haven't got any cross sabers?
I don't like tattooing. Woman scratched me, sure. You prove it was an Indian. I wasn't nowhere near Buffalo Creek.
This time, Earp's really put his foot in it. Arresting men just because some Indian and a squaw got killed. Who's gonna back him on a stupid play like this? Right now, General Custer's on his way to get Sitting Bull. Our own soldiers risking their lives while Earp goes over to the side of these red savages.
Trouble, Wyatt. Looks like they have friends.
Well, that's a big mystery. All right, you lock them up. I'll have a talk with their friends.
All right, let's go. Inside.
Earp, we've come for a showdown. We're at war with the Indians. Are you on their side?
No, Mr. Albright.
Well, then turn Miller, Dort, and Stevens loose. And do it right now.
I arrested those men on suspicion of murder. Not just murder alone.
Ah, she was only a squaw.
That's enough.
Oh, it is it?
Look, Mr. Albright, I had a run-in with you once before. All I did was slap your face when you hired Clay Allison to gun me. Then you forged my name when you tried to buy Jim Kelly's saloon, remember?
Now, you can't prove it.
But I can prove you're wearing a gun and leading the mob now. You men sure picked a fine leader. He's as yellow as they come.
You gonna take that, Pete?
He wouldn't draw on a 10-year-old kid with a pop gun.
All right, the rest of you drop him. Go on, drop him.
You pick him up inside later. Pick him up and take him to Doc McCarty's. Go on, move. Pick up the guns.
There were some men with hefty influence in that crowd.
And we'll let them use their pull. I don't want any men coming up to this jail with guns. Next time they try that, a lot of them are going to go home with buckshot in their legs.
You and I have scouted with Indians. We know them. But you can't expect a lot of scared greenhorns to understand what we're trying to do.
Why not? They can understand common ordinary justice, can't they?
Not for Indians, Wyatt.
Look, I don't care who it's for. The law says you can't murder him. I stand on that.
Everybody does when they're not too scared to think. With all this talk of Dull Knife raiding us and the Sioux on the warpath against Custer. Howdy, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Kenton.
Evening, Bat.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Circuit Attorney.
Wyatt, we came to ask...
Don't weaken now, George. We came to tell you that this nonsense has gone on long enough. It's time for plain talk.
I'm sorry, Wyatt, but public opinion is against you.
Not only that, but you don't have evidence enough for me to prosecute anyone for killing Indians. No corpus delicti, no witnesses. In fact, not even jurisdiction.
I'm working on that, Mr. Kenton.
Not in this town.
Even if you had a case, we couldn't get a jury. We all have to be practical, Wyatt.
You almost fractured Pete Albright's skull. He can sue the city.
Yeah, he deserved what he got. But that doesn't help matters. I'm asking you as your friend to turn those 3 men loose.
Then you and Mr. Kenton will have to make that an order.
Very well. As circuit attorney, order their release. At once.
All right, release the prisoners.
Yes, sir.
2 of those men are murderers and worse.
Now, Wyatt...
I obeyed the order because as city marshal, I have no other choice. But I'm also a United States deputy marshal. And the murder of an Indian happens to be a federal crime.
You show that evidence to a federal judge and see what happens.
That's just what I aim to do, Mr. Kenton. I gave my word that I'd try and break this case. When it's prosecuted, I'm not going to have a peewit like you standing in my way. Happy election returns, gentlemen.
You heard what he said. Why don't you fire him?
He's the best marshal Dodge City ever had. You know, if that boy could learn to think like a politician, he'd be governor someday.
Sure the 3 of them went in there?
Not 5 minutes ago. All of them toting guns.
Stand back. Dort. What happened?
I was pals with Miller and Stevens in the Army. So I kept my mouth shut. But I know they done it. They picked a fight with me and...
They must have gone out the side door. You don't have to go with me.
Quit wasting time. Come on.
Take him on over to the coroner's office.
We could not find Dull Knife.
Maybe he circled around.
We catch 2 men. Come look.
Were they riding out of Dodge?
Yes. 1 horse break leg and gopher hole. When they stop, we put guns on them. Come look.
We sure will, Mr. Cook. Well, Miller and Stevens. Good morning, gentlemen. You didn't kill Dort fast enough. He told us you murdered the Indian.
That's a lie.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
They must be tried according to law. Untie him.
I do not understand. They kill men who fights in Cheyenne.
My friend, I promised you they would be punished according to law. There's a federal judge at the fort. We'll take them there.
You got no proof.
Mr. Masterson, give me your pad and pencil. We murdered man who fights and are responsible for the death of Shy Dove.
You think we're stupid enough to sign that?
Dull Knife and his men can't be too far away. You want me to turn you over to them?
He's bluffing. He wouldn't do it.
Dull Knife would skin him alive, piece by piece.
No, that's Apache stuff. The Cheyenne mutilate a bad man, and they roast him over a slow fire. How long does a man suffer?
Sun up, sundown. I see many bad Indians live longer.
You still don't want to sign it, huh?
No.
All right. You take him to Dull Knife. Tell him for me these are the men he wants.
No, we'll sign. But you got to promise you'll take us to the fort.
I give my word. We'll tie him double on the good horse. I want you and Mr. Brother to come with us. You were scouts in the Army. It'll help us to have a witness to the confession.
Look quiet. Cheyenne.
Don't move.
Dull Knife and his men, all around us.
We could stand them off if there ain't too many.
No. Hold this.
You aim to surrender?
You promised that...
I want to talk to Dull Knife. Does he speak English?
More better than me.
Good. Come along and introduce us. You keep an eye on them.
They won't move. They got no place to go.
Where did Dull Knife learn English?
Mission school. He go as little boy.
Be a convert?
No, all Cheyenne. Dejome. I am cousin to many battles. This is Mr. Erb, Law Marshal of Dodge City.
Good morning.
Good morning. I have the men who killed your people.
Man who fights, shy dove.
The law will punish these murderers.
White men's law will punish white men.
Yes. I will take them to the fort.
No. Give them to me.
Great Chief Dull Knife, ruler of the Cheyenne. Mr. Brother, Mr. Cousin, can tell you that I have always kept my word to them. I will keep my word to you, O great chief. The men who committed this crime will be tried by a federal judge. And if found guilty, they will be hanged according to law.
I have traveled many miles to punish these men. I do not trust white men's court.
Some white men don't respect our laws either. In a few cases, it hasn't deserved respect. But there are hundreds of men trying to make our laws honest. It would be foolish for me to lie about it. We've had two kinds of law. One for white men and another for Indians. I'm asking you for a chance to prove that the murder of an Indian will be punished the same as the murder of a white man.
You expect me to believe this talk?
Yes, for your own good.
How is that?
You have asked our great white chief in Washington to let your people leave Oklahoma Territory and go back to Wyoming, true? What will our chief in Washington think when he hears that you have left your reservation for personal vengeance and taken the law into your own hands?
I will ask you a question. The two men who killed Shy Dove and her husband must die. Will you leave hostages to guarantee it? One of the two must be the other white policeman. You make cheap talk.
I will ask my friends. If they consent, they will place themselves in your hands. If they don't, we will fight it out.
Good. Johnny.
My guess is that Dull Knife's only got about 20 men. We stand a good chance of driving them off, especially if we can kill Dull Knife in the first attack. That's about it.
What's the sense in killing Dull Knife and maybe some of us getting it? Come on, Mr. Brother.
No, I go. He stay.
Must copy. No need. Go.
No, Mr. Brother. I need Mr. Cousin as a witness. You go. You must make Dull Knife understand that a couple of his men must bring the bodies of Shy Dove and Man Who Fights to the fort.
Dull Knife understand. He's big judge.
Well, what am I going to say to Dull Knife if the white man judge turns them loose?
He won't. But I'm still willing to stay here and fight it out.
No, what would that prove? I risk getting killed in a gunfight with a no-account girl. This will prove something. Be seeing you, Marshal.
Don't I know you?
Oh, Judge Norton, me, Little Wolf.
Yeah, that's right. You helped us in a gun smuggling case. These are bodies of man who fights and his wife?
Me ho.
Things can't be going too well at the fort.
Mercy, Calpe.
Come here.
Uh-oh. Here I go again. Yes, sir?
Our dead were shown to the white men. They are being sent back to us for burial. Your judge and your friend Marshal Earp did nothing. The killers have not yet been hanged.
12 men. A jury have to decide. That takes a little time.
Too much time. We must move by dark tonight. We cannot take you and Mr. Brother with us.
There's nothing I can do.
No. It will be done for you. Honey.
You have been found guilty of murder in the first degree. You attempted to defend yourselves by saying the 2 young people you killed were Indians. Such a defense is an insult to this court and to the laws of this republic. Murder of any human being is punishable by death. Marshal Earp?
Yes, sir.
You will deliver these 2 men into the custody of the Provost Marshal. I'll send a written order for their immediate execution by hanging. Court's adjourned.
Come on.
I have conquered my evil temper. There has been too much killing by Indians and white men. My heart is sick. We are all children of Great White Spirit. We behave like grizzly bear and Apache. I have been thinking of your friend, Marshal Earp. I do not believe he lied to me. I think he has done his best for justice. I am sure there must be many white men with good hearts like his. Therefore, I am setting you free. Go. Silence!
Thank you.
You tie not to its gun. Tejo me.
Great Chief, these are the bodies of the 2 men. They were hanged according to law.
Look. The copy.
Great Chief, we are taking them to Dodge for burial. Any objection?
No. It is justice. Tejo me.
Tejo me. You have understanding.
Well, little man, what do you say now?
Two men, hanged for the murder of man who fights and Shida. Will it change anything?
Someday. Maybe 100 years from now.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Politics on the frontier of 1876 was often a brawling, conniving business. Wyatt Earp, as Marshal of Dodge City, was appointed by the mayor and council. He didn't have to run for election. But when Charlie Bassett, sheriff of Ford County, decided not to seek election again, Wyatt was confronted with a difficult choice. He must either allow a bad choice backed by some cattlemen to take over the sheriff's office, or he must find a candidate with whom he could work in honest law enforcement. So Wyatt decided that young Bat Masterson should make the race for sheriff. The big trouble was that neither Wyatt nor Bat knew how many guns were loaded and aimed at them.
Howdy, gentlemen.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Thanks, but I ain't sheriff yet. Just a small matter of getting elected. Maybe that'll help.
What you got in mind, Mr. Lanford?
Well, you know that Earp's talked Bat Masterson into running against me.
Mm-hmm.
Just two things wrong with Bat as a candidate.
He's Earp's best friend. What's the other thing?
He's young and cocky. He won't walk away from a fight. I've got to make the voters understand that a brawling, trigger-happy kid ain't the sort they want for sheriff. Maybe you fellas can help spread that idea around.
I don't know. Bat's awful good with a gun, Mr. Lanford.
You won't need guns. Don't even wear those things. Get him into arguments. Pick fistfights with him. Keep him in trouble. He's bound to lose his temper and get himself branded around the county as a hoodlum brat. See what I mean?
You seen Mr. Masterson?
Sure, he's in the parlor of the Dodge Hotel, sparking Miss Alma.
Oh, no.
Oh, there's no need to fret, Wyatt. The voters approve of Miss Alma. At least they elected her daddy state senator.
Yeah. Well, she thinks she knows too much about politics. Now, Hal, you take my patrol. I'm going to see to it that the future Sheriff Masterson gets home safe.
It isn't that I have anything personal against Mr. Earp. But what kind of a political campaign is this? No speeches, no rallies, nothing but a couple of advertisements in the Globe.
Oh, honey, you know I couldn't make a speech. I'd be all tongue-tied and I'd...
Well, Jerry Lamphere's making speeches. He goes all over the county.
Shaking hands, kissing babies. Whew, those poor babies.
Well, my father says you're going to lose if you keep listening to Mr. Earp. He's a political liability.
What?
He's a controversial figure. He has personal enemies, and the voters will think that you're much too close.
You folks got a lease on this here parlor? Move on, Sonny. I'm expecting a gal of my own.
Let's you and me settle this outside.
Oh, no, Bat, please.
Ah, he's just talking big. He wouldn't...
Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Hold it! That's enough. Hold your temper. You get out of here.
I'll see him again.
We'll all be around. And what was all this about?
He came busting in here
And you hit him first. Now he'll probably go all over town talking mean, and then he'll start another fight. Papa says that's the main thing Bat has to be on his guard against.
Well, the senator's right. Why don't you take Miss Alma down to the Texas Cafe and have some lemonade? Simmer down.
How did you get here so quick?
I just happened to be standing outside and I heard the rumpus. You take charge of him, Miss Alma.
No, I've got a headache now, and I'm going up to my room.
I sure am sorry, hon.
Couldn't be helped, I guess. But you should have stayed out of it, Mr. Earp. Every time you show the voters how close you are to Bat, it'll cost him votes. Well, Papa says it could be fatal.
Yes.
I'll see you later, Bat.
For dinner?
All right.
She just got upset about the fight.
Yeah. Did you ever see that cowhand before?
No.
Mr. Lampier must be trying something cute.
Politics. To make me look bad?
That's right. I got a hunch. Let me have your gun. You walk down towards the Texas Cafe. I'll follow you, but no gun.
All right. Am I supposed to know either of you?
Now we'll have it out real good.
No, you don't sucker me again. You take him to jail. I'll go see Lamford.
No, that's just what he wants. Now, these two can walk. You heard him on to jail.
All right. Come on.
You'd make a fine sheriff, beating people up in the street.
Come on.
Now, what's got you moaning so low?
Politics. I don't like politics.
Oh, you don't like politics, huh?
No, I must have been local when I promised you I'd run for sheriff.
Now, this is important. We've kept a lid on Dodge. And the only reason we've been able to do that is because Charlie Bassett and Bill Tillman have run an honest sheriff's office, right?
Right.
Now, if those hoodlums put Lamphir across as sheriff, the whole town is going to blow wide open. Don't you understand that?
Why can't I withdraw and let you run?
Look, we've been through this a dozen times. They wouldn't elect me for sheriff. I'm not that popular.
Well, I think you are.
Weren't you at the hotel when Miss Alma told us that my being your friend was a drawback?
Oh, I suppose we gotta quit being friends, huh? Oh, no, if that's what it takes to get elected.
All you gotta do is just take it easy and stay out of fights. Now, the reason that Lamphir sicked those 3 gunfighters on you was so that people would think that you were raunchy and wild. Now, you just let me do the fighting.
And the voters will think I'm scared.
No, they won't. Now, look. Being a sheriff is a dignified job. You just can't go around swinging at every cowhand that's hired to taunt you into it.
All right. I'm going home. Will I get my gun back?
No. I'm escorting you home.
No, it's still my bodyguard, huh? Well, you never let any of us wet-nurse you.
That's because I'm not running for sheriff of Ford County.
Well, a promise is a promise. I'll be a good little boy.
And now, gentlemen, I come to the main point. My opponent, Mr. Bat Masterson, is a common thug. A hireling in the employ of Wyatt Earp.
I don't believe that.
I have here 3 honest cowhands, just now released from Mr. Earp's prison. Last night, each one of them was set upon by Mr. Masterson. And when they tried to defend themselves, Mr. Earp joined his friend Masterson in beating them with fists and gun barrels. Masterson had no reason to assault these men. I'm going to introduce them presently, and each one of them will tell you that Masterson was in a nasty mood and picked a fight.
You wait here.
Oh, no, Bat, no.
Is this the kind of man you want for sheriff? A drunken, irresponsible gunfighter and hoodlum. A killer who, if elected, will still be working for Marshal Earp. You're a liar!
All right, Mr. Masterson, you take care of Miss Alma.
He was lying about me. He said
I don't care. You take her back to the hotel and start your patrol. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It was just a political speech. Politicians don't have to take an oath when they talk.
Mr. Lanphier, I'm sorry if Mr. Masterson said you were lying.
Oh, you're sorry.
That's right. You see, Mr. Masterson just doesn't understand that you're a natural-born liar and can't help yourself.
What are you laughing at? I know what I'm doing.
Now, we got free speech in this town. So, Mr. Lanphier, you just go on with your meeting.
You try and stop me.
Well, I just said I wouldn't do that. Now, you just climb back up on your little platform there and tell the biggest whoppers you can think of.
That is just exactly the sort of thing that will keep right on happening here in Dodge City. You saw with your own eyes.
Well, you won't listen to me.
I will now.
Really? Well, I told you last night, you and Mr. Earp don't know ABC about politics. Now, my father's coming to town this afternoon. He can tell you how to get elected.
All right.
You'll do what he says?
Yes.
Papa likes you. If you go along with his ideas, you can win. And being sheriff is just a beginning. Why, there's no telling how high you can go in politics. And I like you, too. Very much.
Well, thanks, Hannah.
Oh, later. Here comes Mr. Earp.
Here, wear this.
Oh, I thought you didn't want me to wear a gun.
Yeah, Mr. Lanphier isn't going to try fist-fighting anymore. He's proved his point.
You think he'll gun me?
Well, he's a little too slow for that. But he might hire a drunk or somebody else to make a play against you, hoping you'll shoot.
Yeah, I get it. But why you trust me with a gun? I might lose my temper and use it.
Lose the election?
Yeah.
No, you won't shoot unless you have to. Anyway, Mr. Lanphier is playing a lot dirtier than I expected. You can't walk around town unarmed.
What happened to your idea of wet nursing me?
Well, I got a nice little telegram here from Senator Drew. Says if we want his support, we got to follow his instructions. I guess Miss Alma sent him a telegram last night.
Yeah, I guess she did. But you're still the boss as far as I'm concerned, White.
So let's see what the political expert has to say. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be a deputy marshal. So, get on your patrol.
Right.
The Globe just came out. They've printed every one of Lanphier's charges right on page 1.
Masterson assaults cowhands. Goes on rampage with fists. The Earp candidate denounced by Jerry Lanphier. Stupid. Damnably stupid.
Oh, it isn't Bat's fault, but you know how he hero worships Mr. Earp.
Well, I thought he listened to you until I could get here.
Not against Mr. Earp.
Ah.
Oh, they're both just babes in the woods, really. But, Papa, I still think Bat can amount to something. The people like him. And Oh, Mr. Earp, I'm so glad you could come in a hurry.
Not at all. Howdy, Senator.
Hello, Wyatt. Sit yourself down.
Thank you.
Papa has to go back to Topeka on the night train, so I'll leave you two to talk.
Seen this?
No, sir. Well, you know, the Globe is supporting Mr. Lanphier. He does a lot of advertising.
I don't like the hoodlum crowd. That's why I encouraged you to find a man who can beat Lanphier.
Yes, sir.
Frankly, when you picked Masterson, I had my doubts, but Alma's kind of interested in the boy.
Well, sir, in all due respect to Miss Alma, I didn't consider her feelings. I picked Mr. Masterson because I could trust him and I could work with him.
That's the trouble.
What do you mean?
Politically, Wyatt, you and Bat are too close.
Oh, I see.
You've been a fine marshal here, but let's face it. An honest peace officer makes enemies. He can't be honest and popular at the same time.
I guess so. Well, I don't see why Mr. Masterson has to be saddled with my enemies.
There's a way around that. You and Masterson could have a big row in public.
You mean a fake quarrel?
Wyatt, this is politics. A campaign is half play acting. You want an honest sheriff, right?
That's right.
Then what's a little Phineas T. Barnum stunt compared to getting Bat elected?
Well, Except Mr. Masterson can't act worth shucks.
That doesn't have to be an actor. You make the quarrel. Make him think it's in dead earnest.
Well, all right, you're the expert, Senator. I'll trail him around. Maybe something will happen to make it look good.
Fine, Wyatt, fine.
No. Put it on the ace. The ace. That isn't. You gotta play percentage in this thing, boy. You never will win it. Look, if it. Where you gone?
Frog face. Turn around. I want to talk to you. Have you thought it over?
Tain't enough money, Mr. Lanford. I can get killed.
Bat won't draw on you.
No? How can I be sure of that?
$50 more says he won't. He can't afford a gunfight, Frogface. He's in politics. All you have to do is wave your gun around at him, call him a few names.
Oh, play acting, huh? Did you just play acting, Mr. Lanford?
A practical joke, that's all.
Oh. Well, if that's all it is. You know what I'll do? I'll pull out my gun, I'll sneak up behind him, and I'll say, wait a minute, you. And then I might even fire a shot over his head, just to give him a little scare, see? Then when he turns around, I'll say, I got you, you bum. What, you think you're gonna make a sheriff of this town? Let's see what kind of a brave sheriff you are, and I bet you'll just fade right away from me.
Hello, Bat. How's your campaign coming? Pretty good, thank you.
Stay in there, boy. I'm going to vote for you, Bat.
Thanks, Mr. Stinson.
You yellow pup. Now I got you.
Now take it easy, Frogface.
Go for your gun. Let's see what kind of a brave sheriff you'd make. Oh! You shot me! I'm killed! I'm killed!
Mr. Masters, you promised to quit fighting.
What? Wasn't a fight. Hold still now, Frogface.
He tried to draw on me, White. I had to defend myself.
It's an accident with his own gun. You're not hurt bad, just pinched in the leg.
Yeah. You'll be all right, Frogface. I'll get you over to Dr. McCarty.
Oh. Well, that winds it up, Mr. Masterson, turning your star.
What?
You broke your promise.
Are you loco? I told you it was an accident.
We used to be friends. I did the best I could for you. Now we're finished.
Why,
Save your breath.
Don't take it that way, Bat. You're lucky to find out so quick.
Lucky?
I wasn't going to vote for you, but now that you're rid of Earp, I'm with you.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. And I'm not saying I never made a lot of trouble for Wyatt. Ever since the first days in Ellsworth, I've been getting into scrapes he got me out of. But this time it's his fault. He wouldn't even give me a chance to explain. Just gets sore and fires me in front of that crowd of hoodlums.
Maybe he never really was your friend.
Wyatt, he's been like my big brother. He taught me gunfighting. Saved my life half a dozen times.
But a true friend wouldn't pull out on you the way he did.
Yeah, I can't understand it. I don't know what to do, Alma. It's been Wyatt and me on the trail together in gunfights side by side. And I'm not going to beg him. He says we're through, so we're through.
And a good riddance, darling.
No. No, not losing a friend like Wyatt.
But now you'll win the election.
Election? What does that amount to compared to a man?
It cost you votes, hundreds of votes. Why, honey, when Papa heard about the split up, he said you're as good as elected. You have his support now all the way. And Papa knows. We're going far in politics. You'll be governor before many years, and
votes, votes, yeah, sure.
Well, what's the matter?
I don't know. I gotta think about this. I'll take a walk, and I'll think about it.
Oh, Wyatt, my boy.
Well, I guess you heard, huh?
Wonderful. Worked like a charm. Or didn't it?
Well, I don't know. I think I hurt his feelings. I was rougher on him than I meant to be.
Nonsense. After the election, you can explain to that. And you'll both have a good laugh over it. Now then, the boy has to make a few speeches. Here in Dodge and around the county. A public row isn't quite enough. He'll have to denounce you and tell the voters that he doesn't want your support.
Yes, sir.
I've hired him a campaign wagon and all the trimmings. And Spike Gillum, my own manager, is going to take charge. Bat could go places. He's young, but women want to mother him. And women swing a lot of votes, even if they can't vote themselves. Bat has a good, honest face, and he likes people.
Well, there's just one thing, though. What if he doesn't make up to me?
Now, don't you worry about that. Politics is politics. Well, I'm in a rush. Have a lot of odds and ends to pick up and a train to catch. Here's to the new sheriff, Bat Masterson.
Well, sir, thank you for your advice.
No, I must thank you for taking my advice. Don't miss Bat's speech this afternoon. More effective if you're in the crowd when he denounces you.
I'll be there, sir.
Gentlemen, my father had to return to Topeka on business, so he asked me to introduce Mr. Masterson, our next sheriff. Now, you all know Mr. Masterson's record as a fearless deputy marshal. But there is one point that I'm sure Mr. Masterson wishes to explain to the voters. His opponent is charged that he is the henchman of Marshal Wyatt Earp. This is not true. Mr. Masterson and Mr. Earp are no longer friends. But I'm sure that Mr. Masterson doesn't need me to speak for him. He can speak for himself. And so I give you Mr. William B. Bat Masterson, the next sheriff of Ford County.
I'd like to talk directly to Wyatt Earp. Wyatt, Alma's got things a little mixed up. You're still my friend no matter what you think of me. Look, you're sore at me. And maybe as you see it, you have a right to be sore. Well, that doesn't matter. I'll go on naming you as my friend as long as I live. And if claiming you as a friend makes me unworthy of election as sheriff, well, that doesn't matter. You know, good friends are scarce in this life. A man would be a fool to trade a friend for a political office. Anybody that votes for me votes for Wyatt Earp, too.
I don't exactly like you, Earp, but I'll vote for you. And I'm going to vote for Bat Masterson.
Stupid.
And furthermore, gentlemen,
Masterson.
Yeah, you better wear that, too.
thanks, Wyatt. You know, you sell yourself too short. I'm going to win that election, and mostly because of you.
Yeah? Well, I don't know. You lost Miss Alma and her papa.
2 votes, phooey.
Get behind me. Keep your hand off that gun.
Mine!
No. Lick him at the poles. Come on, help me pick up these men. Take them over the dock.
Come on, you're not hurt, man. That for 540. Masterson 962. I never would have believed it. Hey, how about that?
Congratulations, Sheriff Masterson.
Thanks.
Come here. Take that off.
Oh, yes, sir.
Compliments of Marshal Earp.
Is this all you got to do to be elected? Just be yourself and tell the truth?
Well, I tell you, politicians have been trying to figure out different ways for over 1,000 years, but you can't lick the truth. And every once in a while, a good man comes along to prove it. Say, I almost forgot, there's a pretty little gal waiting for you over in the parlor of the Dodge Hotel.
Miss Alma.
No. No, this one wants you to run for president next year.
A new girl. Excuse me.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
You won't draw, Earp. You won't take a chance on killing her.
Please, Marshal Earp, he might...
I'm sorry, Miss Myra, but you've been reading too many dime novels. Mr. Larson, you ought to know there's too much of you to hide behind a slim little lady. But you go ahead and try it.
No!
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien. Marshal Wyatt Earp had to deal with the women of the frontier as well as the men. Most of the women he met in Dodge City were realists. They knew that life was rough and men were often violent. But the 70s were a sentimental decade in American history, and Myra Malone was a sentimentalist. Dodge City called her the Wicked Widow, but it was her sentimentality, not her wickedness, which made her a deadly peril to Marshal Earp.
That's the second time this week that's happened. Both of them got slugged or shot near the widow's house.
Yeah. Well, the real trouble is that none of them even admit that they know Mrs. Malone.
Oh, they knew her all right, Wyatt. You asked me, they were sparking her.
Yeah, but we got no proof. Guess I'll have to go down there and ask some nosy questions.
Well, take me along.
Marshal Earp,
Yeah?
could I talk to you alone?
Well, who are you?
Sorry, I'm Ted Stiles. I own the Bar J spread. This here's a private and personal matter.
Well, fine. Now, Hal, you want to step inside for a minute?
I'm not scared, Marshal. It's just embarrassment. Read this note. It's a warning from some jealous idiot, but I want to keep her out of it.
Mrs. Malone, the dressmaker?
Oh, yeah, how did you know?
Come on over here and sit down, Mr. Stiles. Now, you're the third man this week that's gotten into trouble because of this young lady. The other two were winged near her house. You were lucky. You got a warning.
I don't understand this. Myra, Mrs. Malone said nothing to me about... I can't believe it. She's not that sort at all.
She's not, huh?
Mr. Earp, I've asked her to marry me. She can explain.
Just a minute. Well, Mrs. Malone may be entirely innocent. But what about those two men that got shot near her house?
I just don't know.
All right, look, your life has been threatened. I think I better go out there and have a little talk with the lady.
Miss Myra? Visited by the town marshal? Oh, no. I'll handle this. I couldn't think of...
All right, then I'm going to have to hold you.
What?
For your own protection. Now, you stay here.
Hal?
Yes, sir. We're going to hold Mr. Stiles for an hour or so. Oh, he just came in from the trail, so get him some food and something to drink, will you?
It's Marshal Earp. Anyone in the kitchen?
No, they all left. It's safe to open up.
I don't see why you're bothering us.
Nettie?
Yes'm. Excuse me.
Take a chair, Mr. Earp. I'll be with you in a moment.
Thanks. But this isn't exactly a social call. You might pass the word that I wouldn't like getting shot at.
Now, really. You think I had anything to do with those incidents? Well, do you?
I don't know. Do you know Mr. Ted Stiles?
Ted, has anything happened to... That's just a cheap John Law trick.
Mr. Stiles received an anonymous note warning him that he'd be killed if he saw you again.
And he showed it to you. Well, tell him not to worry. I've got to finish this before bedtime, so if you'll excuse me.
No, I won't excuse you.
What?
Mr. Stiles looks to me like an honest young cattleman. I don't want anything to happen to him while he's in Dodge.
But I told you... All right. I'm a dressmaker and a widow. That makes me a suspect. I'm probably wicked and an outlaw.
I didn't say that, Mrs. Malone.
But that's what you think, isn't it?
Got a nice little house here. I'd like to see the rest of it.
Certainly not.
Why not?
You have to have a search warrant. You know that. Now I'm very busy. I'll have to ask you to leave.
There's one thing that you ought to know. If anything should happen to Mr. Stiles, there's going to be a search warrant.
I like Ted. Where is he?
He's down at the jail. But I'm going to have to turn him loose. Now, your helper, Miss Nettie, I've seen her picture on a wanted poster. Isn't she Tobe Larson's girl?
More John Law talk. Good night.
Good night. You know, wanted posters tell their own stories.
Daddy. No. Get inside, quick.
What's wrong? Did Myra...
Nothing happened. Miss Myra, I said for you not to worry.
I'm released?
That's right.
Thanks.
You got a question?
Yes, sir.
Miss Myra ever tell you what she was doing here in Dodge or where she came from?
She told me everything. In confidence.
Oh. Well, it's your problem.
Thanks again. Be seeing you.
Oh, Hal, would you give me the files on the Tobe Larson gang?
Yeah.
There's a girl, Nettie Barnes. Pinkertons have a picture of her on a wanted poster.
Oh, yeah, I remember. She was the first woman I ever saw posted.
Yeah, I guess that's why I remember.
Is the widow Malone the...
Two riders went down Front Street. Here, let me do that. Come on, sit over here. Did you know those two men?
Never saw him in my life.
What's my problem now?
You don't blame her.
Mr. Stiles, I try not to go off half-cocked. Come on, I'll get you to the doctor.
Galloped out of town, Wyatt.
Yeah, I figured that. Al, I'll need you and two other deputies. Come first light in the morning. Got to execute a search warrant.
While you wait here.
This is the first interesting job we've had in a long time, so why wait here, huh?
Just be careful you don't get yourself plugged from the window.
Hold your temper now. You can't let him search the house. I won't. He hasn't a warrant.
Good morning, Mrs. Malone. I've got a warrant to search your house.
Let's be sure. You can't search my room.
Now, take it easy, Miss Barnes.
Barnes? I'm Nettie Smith.
The wanted poster says your name is Nettie Barnes, close friend of Tobe Larson.
You can holster that gun, Mr. Earp.
Well, Ted Stiles didn't have a gun last night. He still got his hand busted up with a bullet.
That couldn't happen. They promised
Myra,
me.
don't tell him anything.
Well, Tobe Larson must be a pretty fancy dresser. Do you keep these around for masquerade parties?
Having male garments ain't a crime. That'll do, Nettie. My room is next door. I suppose you want to search it, too.
Yes, ma'am.
This way, Mr. Earp. Nettie, clean up this truck and make that bed. Make a thorough search. Toss everything out.
You know it's against the law to harbor fugitives from justice, Mrs. Malone.
Fugitives from what justice?
State and federal law?
Yankee justice. Driving poor boys who fought for the South into the hills and woods, forcing them to steal for food, and then calling them outlaws.
Well, Miss Nettie might say something like that, but I can't understand why you would.
My husband rode with the Larsons. Yank cavalry ambushed him in Missouri.
Killed him?
Murdered him.
That's where your guests sleep, huh?
You prove it.
Well, I don't have to prove it, Mrs. Malone. Nettie's a fugitive. You're harboring her. I could arrest you both.
Why don't you?
Because I like Ted Stiles. He thinks he'd like to marry you. Now, how do you feel about it?
I'm loyal.
Loyal?
Mr. Larson, the man you call an outlaw, took care of things when my husband was murdered. He gave him money to rent this house. Mr. Larson and his boys are real gentlemen. I explained all this to Ted.
You mean you turned down an honest man to run a hideout for Larson?
Myra, get down. Don't move, Johnny Law.
Don't be stupid. He's got deputies outside.
I'll take that. Miss Nettie, you can start packing.
Tobe and the boys will let us know when to move.
Look, you got a little common sense left. I'm trying to give you a break.
This hideout's no good now. We'll leave.
That's right.
Are you going to keep your deputies watching us?
No. Mr. Larson might misunderstand. Don't you trust a gentleman like Mr. Larson to trust you too far. Good day, Miss Mara.
We can't move, at least for a couple of days. Tobe is on the run, and he'll be heading here.
How do you know that?
The boys who took a shot at Stiles told me.
Are they still in town? We've got to get word to Mr. Larson and warn him not to come here.
Why?
He'd be riding into a trap.
Tobe and the boys aren't scared of Wyatt Earp. Tobe's a friend of Jesse James and Cole Younger. Oh, I'm sick of your lady baby act. I want Tobe to ride in here.
You want more bloodshed?
suppose you had to do it.
Yep. If you'd take my advice, you'd forget Miss Meyer and go on back to the Bar J.
That's given up mighty easy. I'm very much in love, you know.
Sure. With a girl that thinks Tobe Larson is a gentleman. A Robin Hood who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Oh, I know outlaws are victims of circumstances, and there but for the grace of God go you and I.
Well, that's partly true, isn't it?
First offenders, yes. But not when they make a profession out of it. Not when they hide behind the Confederate flag and talk sentimental women into helping them.
Yeah, I know. But I still think I can bring Miss Myra to her senses.
You haven't got that much time.
Why not?
Because they promised me they'd pack up and leave Dodge. I pulled all my deputies off just in case Mr. Larson should ride in and think Miss Myra double-crossed him. So what if he should catch you talking to her? Can you shoot left-handed?
I'm not very good with either hand. Thanks for the advice, Marshal.
You're going out there, huh?
Yeah. Haven't you done enough to square your debt with Larson? If it's the money he loaned
Now,
you...
Ted, please. There's some debts that can be settled by money.
All right. Where can I find the man? I'll go talk with him.
No, you won't.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I won't beg off from my duty or let you do it for me.
Duty?
Well, just call it being loyal. I'm sorry, Ted, but it just can't be.
It's the truth. I swear. You can ask Myra.
Get out of here quick.
No, if that's Larson...
All right, ask her.
Do I know you, sir?
No, Mr. Larson. This is Ted Stiles. He was just...
I think we could excuse you, sir.
You're in no danger from me, Mr. Larson. I haven't a gun and I couldn't shoot it. All I want is a talk.
About what?
Please, Ted.
Let me handle this, Miss Myra. I've asked her to marry me, but she thinks you'd object.
That's all it was, Tobe. Just sports like him chasing Myra.
It was a lot more than that. Women always do it to us. Myra and Nettie got the house searched by the town marshal. Now we have to move on.
Why? You ain't scared of a cowtown marshal and a handful of deputies.
I haven't time to explain.
Ah!
Hold it, friend. Take him out the horses, boys. She isn't hurt much.
Mr. Larson, it's not you. It can't be you. Hitting her with a gun.
She was stupid. You better be smart.
Have you been drinking? What's come over you?
I was ambushed by Yank soldiers 40 miles east of here.
Oh.
I lost all my boys but those two. I don't feel polite. Understand?
Yes, I understand,
These little things? All right. Get up. We're riding. Well, get some life.
But Nettie's hurt.
There isn't time. We can jab after we make a safe camp. Nettie can tell her troubles to Wyatt Earp. You go in the kitchen, get some grub in a bag, and hurry. Come on.
Wyatt, Ted Stiles ain't gonna leave with that widow.
Oh, he hoped she'd go with him.
Well, the three men with Stiles didn't look like Bar J people.
Oh, what'd they look like?
I may be seeing things. They were about a half block away from him, but one of those strangers looked like Tobe Larson.
You better check that house again. Where were they headed?
Oklahoma. Where else?
They know the country south of here?
Bushwhacker. He knows the trail. I rode it with him once in a miserable Kansas blizzard.
All right, Hal, you get her on over to Doc McCarty, get her patched up, and get her a hotel room. If I'm not back by tomorrow, organize a posse.
Well, Wyatt. He's gonna lone wolf it once too often.
Tobe will kill him. You better get a posse started right away. Who does that hick marshal think he is?
All the tough men aren't on your side of the fence.
No dust, no posse. We'll rest the horses and have something to eat.
Why keep on with this, Larson? You don't need us.
That's for me to decide. Now light down, both of you.
I can't make out how a man like you thinks.
Don't even try, mister.
I've offered you money to call this off. I've told you Wyatt Earp isn't going to bother his head about us. He warned me not to see Miss Myra again. So, you've made a clean getaway, haven't you?
I guess so.
Then if I was in your shoes, I'd forget about hostages. Or whatever is in your mind.
You really want to know what I'm thinking, mister?
I sure do.
Women. That's what bellyaches me. I didn't trust Nettie. She was stupid. I thought Myra'd be loyal. Herb could have set a trap for me back there in Dodge. Myra knew he'd searched the house. She let me ride in without a word of warning. I might have been killed, mister.
Don't blame me.
Why not?
I wanted to send somebody out to find you, but Nettie talked me out of it.
Nettie couldn't talk you out of anything. You weren't thinking about me and the boys. You figured to ride off with him.
That's not true.
She turned me down cold, Larson. Why, you must be sick in the head. Taking out your spite on a woman.
Is that fair, Sonny? I haven't touched her.
All right, let's drop it.
Certainly.
Now, Myra, please.
He's not going to drop it. But turn him loose, Mr. Larson. He's no outlaw. He doesn't know what kind of people we are, how crookedly we think.
There. Assassin.
Oh.
I ought to...
No, you hurt him enough.
All right. All right.
Why isn't Spike bringing it?
He'll be back directly.
He's been gone 10 minutes. I'll get it myself.
No. Hey, Missouri. Go see what's keeping Spike. Trouble.
Let me go.
You're walking to the springs with me. I might need you. Oh! Hold it. You wouldn't shoot a lady, would you?
Mr. Earp, get back. Wait for your men.
You can't hide behind her, Larson. She's not big enough.
Is he dead?
I just creased his scalp a little.
But you might have hit me. Oh, that's a rotten thing to say. I'm glad you took the risk.
Well, there wasn't much risk, Miss Myra. Well, Mr. Larson must have been reading too many dime novels.
Dime novels?
Yeah, you see, the outlaw usually hides behind a woman, so a gentleman will be afraid to shoot. Well, I'm not a gentleman, but I can crease a man's scalp 15 paces all day long with this old buntline special. Mr. Larson knew it was an easy shot, but I guess all those fairy tales about outlaws sort of addled his judgment.
Yes, I see. Oh, Ted's hurt. I've got to get some water from the spring.
Oh, I'll fetch the water, Miss Myra. You see, in real life, a woman muddies the mischief out of a spring.
Mr. Earp. I didn't think he'd help us.
But this is real life, so he did.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The notorious Dr. John H. Holliday had a running feud with Dodge City. In fact, Doc had a running feud with the world and life itself. The only man to whom he acknowledged the slightest loyalty was Wyatt Earp. But when Holliday decided to back Milton Jeannie Durkin in a dispute with some very tough men, it appeared that Doc and Wyatt would clash in a stand-up gunfight.
Whoa, Rosie. There you are, boss.
Let me handle it. You Milt Durkin?
That's my name.
Well, I own the Pat Dunn freight lines. This wagon trail is a public road, and we need this oily puddle to grease our axles. To go around it, it'd be 3 miles through the brush.
Here's my homestead map. That is the survey cornerstone. See for yourself.
Dr. Holliday says we have a right to defend our property.
Doc could tell you anything, sis. He probably drew this map.
It's governmental survey.
Well, you write Washington about it. My wagon is going through.
No. We give you fair warning.
Give me them wire cutters.
They got a gun, boss.
Go back in the house.
No.
Put down that rifle, Sonny. We don't want to hurt your wife.
That's far enough. Halt.
Hurry!
Howdy, Mr. Dunn. I asked Mr. Durkin not to block the trail. They're just young greeners. You let me talk to them.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, folks, but what I said to you the other day just makes sense. Now, freighters have always used that grease puddle. Besides, it's an awful long way around.
But it's our land, and Dr. Holliday says it's worth a fortune.
Doc bought half interest in it.
What, that mixture of oil and mud? Well, Doc must be joking you, man, but it's only good for folks who run out of axle grease on the trail.
No, sir. It's going to make us rich. You just go ask Doc Holliday.
Yes, sir, I sure will. Now, look, Mr. Dunn and Mr. Murphy are just as stubborn Irish as you are.
Well,
20 feet of land and oil puddle just aren't worth shooting over.
all right. You're Doc's friend. I'll let him go through this time.
Thank you, Mr. Durkin. Now, I have a little talk with Doc. When you get to know him as I have, you'll understand him. At least part way.
Dr. Holliday is a brilliant thinker.
Yeah, and a wonderful drinker.
Bring him through, Mr. Dunn. Thanks, Wyatt.
Hey, Rosie! Come on, Rosie! Shot in there, Rosie!
Aaron Gabra! Aaron Gabra.
G'day, man.
Durkin and Holliday, chemists. Very good. Dr. Holliday's magic ointment. That's brilliant, boys. All right, put it up right in front. After all, that's what we're selling. Move.
Will it cure anything?
Will it cure anything? I've killed men for less than that.
Now, maybe the joke is funny, Doc, so you tell me the point, huh?
Have you ever heard of ringworm and eczema? Amusing?
No, sir.
Do you know the cure for these dermatoses?
No, I don't.
But you are aware of the pioneer spirit that exists in this country. Well, there are two youngsters by the name of Milt and Jenny Durkin. They have it. They homesteaded the grease puddle.
You mean the stuff in these jars is from the grease puddle?
Precisely.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Mr. and Mrs. Durkin almost get themselves into a shooting scrape with Pat Dunn, and all because you tell them there's a fortune in the grease puddle.
A small fortune, yes.
And I suppose it'll cure the itch.
In a sense. There's no sense in tolerating discomfort and pain.
All right, what's the real reason?
That will do so. You presume on a very slight acquaintance.
Oh? Well, I figure I know you as well as anybody does.
You don't even know yourself, Wyatt Earp. As a matter of fact, you... Oh, here are the stock certificates now. Put them on the table, sir. Be with you in a moment, ladies. These are the women I hired yesterday.
You aiming to sell stock in the magic ointment?
Deacon Earp, you're invading my privacy. Good day, sir. All right, ladies, you may go in the back room. I'll show you how to fill the jars.
And this is the worst trick that Doc has pulled yet. At least when he tried to peddle that gold brick, he had a motive. Folks had insulted Miss Kate.
Same reason now.
What?
Miss Holliday tried to join one of the churches, and some of the women gave her a cold shoulder.
Oh, no.
Fact. Then Kate and Doc quarreled, and last night she took off for Kansas City.
Guess I'll have to send for Miss Kate. She's the only one that can handle Doc.
Well, let him peddle his mud. Folks aren't that foolish.
Yeah, well, look, he's got two nice people mixed up in this. As a matter of fact...
Dr. Holliday said I'd probably find you conspiring with the mayor.
Conspiring, is it?
Mrs. Durkin, do you know our mayor? Well, I assure you that Mr. Kelly doesn't conspire. But he does have an official interest in the firm of Durkin and Holliday.
Why?
Well, because you're aiming to sell magic ointment and stock in the concern here in Dodge City.
It's perfectly legitimate. Doctor says we have to put the fence up again, too.
Well, that means trouble.
What you get, you have to fight for, Mr. Earp.
Is Doc going to help you fight?
He most certainly is. And I came here to tell you to stay out of it. You know, you may be a town marshal and a United States deputy marshal, but you can't defend common trespassers on our legal homestead.
Well, Judge Tobin will be back in another hour. The only thing to do is arrest Doc and charge him with a confidence game.
Yeah. Meantime, I'll send a telegram to Miss Kate.
Oh, she's sore at Doc. She won't come back.
Mr. Kelly, she always comes back. Now, I'll go on out there. Maybe I can stop a shooting. Ask the judge to issue a con game warrant, huh?
It'll be a pleasure.
Road closed, no trespassing. Detour. That's a perfect sign, Milt. And I like the idea of the arrow. It'll show them ignorant mule skinners how to jog around this property.
Well, can't they understand plain English?
Mules can, but not the drivers.
You sure Mr. Earp will agree everything's strictly legal?
There are two serious flaws in Wyatt Earp's character. He knows the law and he respects it.
Well, I can't say the magic ointment won't work. Look at this, Doc.
Doesn't look bad, but you keep dosing it. You think you got it licked and it comes right back. Look yonder.
Pat Dunn sent word that we might have some trouble here. That 45 of yours loaded?
You better stop where you are.
Not yet. They're not on our property.
You yell at my team again, I'll beat your brains out.
He said stop.
Take him.
Doc Holiday! Are they dead?
One is. The other moved a little at the last second.
How is he?
Somebody coming.
It's Marshal Earp and the deputy.
Let him in.
Are you sure he can't get us in trouble?
Marshal Earp knows in his big, soft heart that the magic ointment can benefit thousands of so-called human beings. With an itching of the skin, Milt, not the itch of character. Dermatitis of the soul.
You heard bad?
No, sir.
Got a warrant for your arrest.
Those mule skinners were armed and trespassing.
You're charged with peddling a worthless medical remedy and offering stock in a fraudulent business.
But it's good medicine, Mr. Earp. It cured me of a terrible ringworm.
Hold your breath, Milt. I told those ladies not to go selling that magic ointment until the advertising started, but I guess they disobeyed my orders.
They sold 50 jars at least.
Then your warrant is good, Wyatt, but only insofar as the sale of the ointment is concerned. No stock has been sold.
You still got to go to court.
All right. But you, Tobin, and Kelly are going to look like fools. I shall handle my own defense.
Oh, Milt, darling, you all right? Those terrible Milt...
Doc, you come in with me. I'll send a wagon for him.
The last of the American pioneers. Aren't you going to put them in jail?
Mr. Earp, you are persecuting a genius, a saint.
Look, if you want to keep Doc's friendship, don't ever call him names like that.
Mayor Kelly, you may step down. Mayor Kelly's testimony concludes the case for the prosecution. Dr. Holliday, the court will now hear your witnesses.
Only got one. Dr. McCarty.
You may take the stand, Doctor.
I offer Dr. McCarty as a qualified medical witness.
Dr. McCarty is certainly qualified.
Doctor, I hand you a jar of Dr. Holliday's magic ointment. Would you be kind enough to read the label aloud?
A soothing balm recommended for the treatment of ringworm and eczema.
Thank you, sir. Have you made a chemical analysis of the magic ointment?
I have.
And what did you find, sir?
As a petroleum tar mixed with some ordinary loam and about 20% of terra alba by volume.
Doctor, in your opinion, is this medication worthless in the treatment of ringworm and eczema?
No, indeed.
Would you be kind enough to explain this to the court in very simple terms?
Well, petroleum tar or coal tar mixed with fuller's earth is a standard remedy for mild self-limiting dermatosis.
In other words, what Dr. Holliday is selling has some medical merit?
Yes, it has.
I see. Any further questions?
No questions.
You may step down, Doctor.
Quiet! Quiet!
The court will now rule.
Hold it, hold it. I have a brief closing statement to make.
Not necessary. The court will now rule.
The court will not rule.
Quiet! Order!
You're all a bunch of hypocrites. You dragged me into this court to prosecute me for selling a good medical remedy. And you let...
Sit down, Dr. Holliday.
Charge is dismissed. You're exonerated.
Why, you can't... Court's adjourned!
Ladies and gentlemen, Marshal Earp and Judge Tobin don't want me to make a closing statement. So I'm here to remind you that all the stock in the magic ointment goes on sale at once. This product will sweep the country. Buy stock, get rich.
Oh, you made fools of them. You are a genius.
Thank you, my child. Thank you. I think Wyatt wants to say a few words to me. I'll see you at the store later.
Yes, sir. We're rich, Jenny. We're rich.
Doc, you and the Durkins have proved your point. Why don't you quit while you're ahead?
I promised them a tidy fortune, Wyatt. That's what they're going to get, a tidy fortune.
No, they're going to get themselves into a shooting fight with some very tough mule skinners. It's too bad Miss Kate isn't here.
Don't mention that name.
No?
I gave that woman $40,000 to go away and stay away. What's your price to leave me alone?
Nothing.
You're making a very wise investment, sir. There you are. Thank you. All ready?
I think we had better have.
I know you. There we are. Just 1 minute now. Official. There you are, sir. Next.
I'll take 100 shares.
100? Well, now, that's a fascinating order. Your name, sir, please.
Donaldson. Mr. Donaldson?
Mr. Donaldson. Fine name. Fine. There we are. Don't be impatient. Stamp of approval. You're much too young to retire in luxury. You're only as old as you feel.
Thank you.
Next. Come. Just a minute, I'm getting behind.
Friend, show me that 45 there. This one's all right. Which one, this one?
Oh, that's fine.
Anyone else going to have to? You'll need one more rifle. More of these.
You going on a hunting trip, Mr. Dunn?
And what's that to you?
Well, sir, besides being the law here in Dodge City, I'm also a United States Deputy Marshal.
Oh, so you changed sides, have you? The other day you told those fool kids to let us go through.
Mr. Dunn, that was for the sake of peace. If you're planning on a big shoot, they're going to have the law and Doc Holliday on their side.
Doc killed one of my boys and shot up another. How much do I owe?
Well, let's see now.
Mr. Dunn, if you go out there with this war party, we're going to have to help Doc.
I ain't scared. Come on, Jim. How much?
Mr. Earp? That'll for you, Mr. Earp. Lady, give me it.
Comes to $220.09.
Here you go.
Ah, thanks.
25. Keep the change. See you at the grease puddle, Wyatt. Too bad.
I had to sell him the stuff, Wyatt. He's a good customer. Besides, he'd have bought the gun somewhere else.
Yeah. Mr. Kelly, you stay put for a half hour or so. They have a job for you.
Your stock? My money. Next. Now, you wait your turn, Juicy.
I did.
Pat Dunn and his boys are going to run you off that farm.
Oh? We've sold our quota for today, ladies and gentlemen. We're closing. That's all. That will be all for today. Sorry. Sorry, dear. Come back tomorrow.
What's the matter?
And I don't know whether you want to try it or not, Miss Kate. It Well, it'll probably take an awful lot of money.
How much?
I don't know. $35,000, maybe more.
No. Let them fight it out.
Well, you can't bet on all of us coming through. A gunfight like that could
Wait
probably...
a minute. Why did you say all of us?
You see, my deputies and I, we have to help Doc. The law's on his side.
The law's on John's side.
Well, just this once, Miss Kate. See, Mr. and Mrs. Durkin, they bought a section of land that contains the grease puddle.
Would John sell out to Jim Kelly? They don't like each other.
No, that's why I think Doc might do it. Now, sticking the mayor of Dodge City with that grease puddle might just be too much for him to resist.
All right. I'll give you the money. But not for John, mind you.
Well, thank you, Miss Kate.
Get Kelly started.
Yes. Oh, and if I were you, I wouldn't fret too much about Doc. I think he misses you.
Why do you think that?
Well, he hasn't been drinking so much.
I'm glad we gave Ginny the slip. Wouldn't it be handier to fight him outside? I mean, we could get a crossfire on him.
You can fight him outside if you like, son. I'll take that chair by the window.
We mustn't underestimate the enemy, sir.
Just a passel of drunken mule skinners. Sonny, aim carefully and say to yourself, this is for some tormented mule who didn't get his man.
Uh-oh. Just one man and on a dead run.
Shoot him.
But he might be on our side.
Shoot him.
No, he's too close. It's Mayor Kelly. It's Mayor Kelly.
Kelly? He's my meat.
Oh, please, Doctor. Now, he's a close friend of Marshal Earp's, and if
He's a pious politician. He'd lick your boots to get a vote. Tell him to go away.
Sure, Doctor. I'll tell him right away.
I want to see Doc Holliday. There you are.
You'll have to excuse us, Mayor Kelly. You see, Dr. Holliday and I were expecting a gunfight, and
I know. Dr. Holliday, I'd like to buy your company. But I'm swallowing my pride. Business is business. Besides, that magic ointment just might make a fair success.
Well, we're not selling.
Just a minute, son. What's your proposition, Mayor?
Well, first we ought to talk over some of the details, and I came prepared to make a substantial offer.
Want to talk to the boys? Whoa! What's worrying you, Murphy? I think we ought to lay back and blast that cabin with our rifles. That Doc's murder at close range, boss.
Well, Doc don't scare me. Go on, go ahead.
All right.
No. You'll have to make it more money.
35,000.
40.
I haven't got that much. Besides, the company isn't worth it.
But, Dr. Holliday, with half of 35,000, Ginny and I could go to California and we
No.
But, Doctor!
Oh! Well, reset your saddle. Mr. Dunn's got too much of a head start. I'm still betting on Mr. Kelly.
Yeah, well, so am I. He's our only hope. These poor horses are all galloped out, but we gotta go on. Let's go, come on.
Yeah.
There's only 3 of them in there. All right, boys, scatter.
6, 37, and 5 100s. 37.5, and it's robbery.
It's an insult. The deal's off.
Oh, no, you gave your word. I bought him out. You can use the trail and the grease puddle.
All right, boys, start tearing down that barbed wire.
Wait a minute, Wyatt. One thing puzzles me. Where did Kelly get that 37.5?
From your wife?
Katie? Oh, no.
I wired her and she came back.
But that was my money. You dirty double-crossing deacon. You bought me with my own money. And now I got Katie on my hands again. Get off your horse. We'll shoot this out.
All right. Well, however this turns out, Miss Kate still loves you. I sure don't know why, but she does.
You ready?
Yeah.
Swindle with my own money.
Come on, Doc. We'll go home to Miss Kate.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Lou, if you got any sense at all, you'll get some rest.
I can't sleep.
You better. We better save our strength for tomorrow.
I'll have plenty. Right after they holler lunch. You get this pain, see, and...
No need to go over it anymore, Lou. I'll handle my end of it. Relax.
I won't be relaxed until I've settled up with the skunk that put me in here.
You've been talking about this Wyatt Earp and what you're gonna do to him for years. So where do you think will be the first place they look for you? Dodge City, that's where.
Let them look. Maybe they'll even find me. But not till I've paid Earp what I owe him.
Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Afternoon, Mr. Hogan.
Oh, Marshal.
How are things?
Oh, real quiet, Marshal. Marshal, I've been meaning to ask you
If you could take over the night shift, Mr. Hogan?
Yes, sir.
Pretty soon. Pretty soon.
Is it always so quiet, Marshal?
No, not always, but this is the way I like it. And you will, too, before too long.
Hey, you're about to lose a button there.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. You know, one of these days, somebody's going to invent a button that won't come off. Any interesting mail?
Usual stuff. Nothing urgent.
Well, you're off duty. And it's a nice Saturday afternoon. Hal and I can handle it. Say, hadn't I heard something about you and that pretty young widow? What's her name?
It's only wishful thinking, Marshal. I can't hardly get her to talk to me.
Well, maybe you're using the wrong approach, huh?
Maybe. Well, I'm not alone. Evidently, every other bachelor in Dodge is using the wrong approach, too.
Marshal, this just came in for you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rankin, but there's no need for such haste.
Read it, Marshal.
All right, but just sit down and rest yourself.
I can't. I gotta get back to the telegraph.
Something bad, Marshal?
No, a fellow by the name of Lou Dundee just escaped from a road gang.
Warden says he's positive Dundee's headed for Dodge City. Says he's after you.
Maybe. Mr. Hogan, after you're a lawman for a while, you'll find out you just can't help making enemies.
Well, you put more lawbreakers in jail than the others.
Well, I prefer that to killing them.
Yes, sir. Marshal, this man Dundee, he's...
If he hasn't changed since I sent him to prison and comes here, I'll send him back.
Yes, sir. Afternoon, Marshal.
Afternoon, Mr. Hogan.
Come in, please.
Hello, Marshal.
Good afternoon. I'll be with you in a moment, sir.
Thank you. No hurry. Well, Mr. Hogan, looks like you have the same problem I have. It must be an occupational disease, huh?
There you are, Mr. Hogan. That's the fourth one this week.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Phillips. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Marshal?
Is there something I can help you with, Marshal?
Yes, ma'am, I think there is.
Another button?
I'm afraid so.
I declare, in the short time I've been in Dodge City, I've seen more buttons come loose than I believed was possible.
Well, I think I can understand it, Mrs. Phillips.
Would you take off your coat, please, Mr. Earp?
Hmm? Oh, sure. Sorry. Oh, it's, here it is right there.
Mm-hmm. This button's been sewn on before, I see.
Yeah, I'm afraid so, and, by an amateur.
You?
Yes, sir. I'm a bachelor, you know.
Yes, I know. Excuse me. My hand seems a bit unsteady today.
Well, maybe you're tired.
Maybe.
There, you got it. Are you planning to make Dodge City your home, Mrs. Phillips?
Well, I haven't decided yet, Mr. Earp. My husband spoke so often about going west.
Well, I can understand how he felt.
I'm sorry Mr. Phillips didn't live to see his dreams come true.
So am I.
Thank you. He was a good, kind man, almost like a father to me. Quite a bit older than I, but a wonderful gentleman. There you are, Marshal.
Thank you very much. That was quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a thread hanging.
Well, that's all right. I can fix it.
Just hold still. There now. That'll stay put for a good long time.
I'm sure it will. Mrs. Phillips, I'd like to...
To pay me for it? Oh, for one little button.
If somebody performs a service, you ought to...
Well, think of it as a favor from one friend to another.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am.
You're welcome. Of course, if your lady friend should require any dressmaking, you might mention my name.
I'm all alone, Mrs. Phillips.
Oh, I know how you feel. Being all alone, too.
That's kind of an unhappy state. I'd be honored to be allowed to do something about it, Mrs. Phillips.
I'd like to think about that, Mr. Earp.
I'd like you to think about it. Good day, man.
Good day.
Yeah. Howdy, Mr. Burns. How are the children?
Fine, thank you.
You know, it's a nice, quiet day.
Quietest Saturday I've seen in a long while. Say, did your deputy catch up with you yet?
Hell, no one.
He came busting in here 3 or 4 times looking for you.
He did. I'll just sit around here and wait for him. Then say, could I trouble you for a cup of coffee?
No trouble. Sit right down, Marshal.
Thank you.
Wyatt, you know that prisoner that escaped yesterday, Dundee? We got a telegram about him from Wichita. He broke into a store, stole a couple of guns, pistol whipped the livery stable man, and stole a horse.
Identify him as Dundee positively?
Well, the livery stable man's about 80% sure. He may be here right now.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Burns.
Look, Wyatt, I found Hogan. I put him back on duty. I think we ought to put on at least 2 or 3 extra deputies.
I'll just take it easy. You do that, and rumors are going to start flying all over town. This is good coffee.
Please let me put on a couple of extra men, just in case.
All right, if it'll make you feel better.
Oh, it will.
Just keep it very quiet, huh?
I wish you had the good sense to get a little frightened once in a while.
Good evening, Marshal.
Mrs. Phillips, what are you doing out on the street at this hour?
Oh, just getting a breath of air. Is something wrong, Marshal?
Well, do you know what time it is?
Oh, somewhere around midnight. I couldn't sleep. I didn't think I'd disturb anyone. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll walk you home. Where are you staying, over at the Dodge House?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
I said I was sorry. You're still angry with me, aren't you?
Well, I'm trying to be, but it isn't easy.
Haha, good.
I'm sure you haven't got any enemies, but well, this is still the West, and unfortunately, there are still some bad people.
Are you looking for one now?
Well, you never can tell. Now, why don't you go upstairs and try and get some sleep, huh?
All right. Oh, I thought it over, what you said.
I beg your pardon?
About it not being a good thing, my being alone.
Tonight proves that.
Well, I've decided to let you do something about it, like you asked.
Oh, that's wonderful. If it's all right with you, I'll call on you tomorrow evening.
Well, I was thinking about tomorrow afternoon, right after church. It would be a lovely day for a picnic, and...
Mrs. Phillips, I think...
My name is Barbara. May I call you Wyatt?
I'd be honored. Now, I think you ought to go inside.
What about the picnic?
Sounds fine.
I'll expect you tomorrow afternoon at 1. Good night, Wyatt.
Good night, ma'am. Barbara. Barbara?
Now, you've all seen this picture. You sure you'll recognize it?
I'm sure.
Pick out a spot in the main road from Wichita. Hole up there where you can't be seen and... Well.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Marshal.
Did you two get any sleep?
I napped a little.
Well, I'm not tired, Marshal.
Oh, good. Maybe you'll do a big favor for me, Mr. Hogan.
Oh, I'd be glad to.
I made an appointment with our mutual acquaintance to, accompany her on a picnic today, and I won't be able to make it, and I was wondering if you'd substitute for me.
Oh, well, Marshal, come to think of it, I guess I am kind of tired. I don't think I'd be very good company for Miss Phillips.
Sam?
No, don't look at me, Marshal. I'm married. So's Bob. Look, you go on duty at 4 o'clock. Nothing's going to happen while you're away.
And just to make sure of that, you stay on duty yourself and put on a couple extra deputies. Huh? No, I'll
get it. Hello, Mrs. Phillips, ma'am.
Hello, Mr. Hogan. Is the marshal inside?
Yes, ma'am. I'll get him.
Thank you.
Marshal.
All right.
It's 1 o'clock, Wyatt.
So it is, Barbara. I was just on my way over to see you.
Thought I'd save you the trouble. Lunch is all packed and it's a beautiful day.
Barbara, I'm very sorry, but I'm not going to be able to go with you today.
But you promised.
Well, I know I did, but well, something came up and I can't leave town. Maybe next week.
I was looking forward so much to this afternoon.
Oh, don't cry, please.
I beg your pardon, Wyatt, but I think we can take care of any emergencies that might come up while you're away.
Maybe you're right, Hal. Come on. We'll be over in the Grove if you need me.
Right.
See you later.
This is wonderful, you know. I don't know when I've had a meal like that.
Well, I had some help from the hotel.
You know, that hotel never made a pie like this.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Wyatt.
Here, I'll give you a hand.
No, this is a woman's job. Now, I want to know all about Wyatt Earp. Not the marshal of Dodge City. I can read about him in the papers.
Well, he's the only one I know.
No, he isn't. I want to know where you came from. What kind of a boy you were.
Well, you're kind of curious, aren't you?
I'm interested.
Well, I was born in Monmouth, Illinois. When I was 16, we all moved out to California and settled in San Bernardino. Came by wagon train.
Did you love your parents? Were you close to them?
I loved them very much. We had a good home life. Mom and Dad, my two sisters, Jim, Morgan, Virgil, Newton, those are my brothers. We had just about the right mixture of family discipline and young male independence, I'd say. How about you, Barbara?
Well, what young life I had was wonderful. I didn't have very much, though. Both my parents died before I was 15.
I'm sorry.
My father was a horse trader. I had a pony of my own, and now they're both dead.
You've had a lot of shock for someone so young. Believe me, these things take time, but you get over them. You know something, you're too beautiful to be sad. I know you can smile because I've seen you. It's just about the prettiest sight I ever saw.
Do you really think I'm beautiful?
Very.
Then why don't you hold me?
Barbara.
Stand up. I'm going to kill you. But first I want you to know why. Stand perfectly still and keep your hand away from your gun.
I wouldn't use it on you anyway.
I'm not a widow. I've never been married. My name is not Phillips. It's Clemens. Does that name mean anything to you? You killed my father.
I've known a lot of men by the name of Clemens, but I've never killed any of them.
You sent them to prison. That's the same as killing if they're innocent.
I don't decide a man's innocence or guilt. That's up to a judge and jury.
My father's name is Martin Clemens.
I remember him. I caught him in the act of robbing the Wichita bank.
You're lying. The Clemens family had a bad name, so you saw your chance when my father went to Wichita. He was a cattleman. He was in the bank making a deposit, and you wounded him. You sent him to prison for 10 years, and it killed him. An innocent man. He died in less than 4 years.
Miss Clemens, I'm going to have to tell you the truth about your father. He was a cattleman in a sense, but he was a rustler too, among other things. He and 4 others were robbing the bank when I saw him. I wounded him, yes, because he was shooting at me. I could have killed him, but I didn't.
You're lying to try to save your life, but it won't work.
I'm telling the truth to try and save my life and to try to keep you from being a murderess.
Nobody will suspect me. I'll say somebody shot you from hiding.
All right. Get it over with.
Turn around.
No. I want to see it when it happens.
Turn around, I said! I can't do it, I can't.
It's all right, miss. There's somebody here who can.
Mr. Dundee, isn't it?
That's right. Move out of the line of fire, miss. Go on.
Put down that gun, Mr. Dundee. You're not a killer.
You're wrong there. I wasn't before you sent me up, but I am now.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Go ahead. I'd like to hear you begging.
I'm not begging, Mr. Dundee. I just want to tell you a little bit about shooting. In a few seconds, if you don't drop that gun, I'm going to jump. You don't know which way I'm going to go, so you'll probably miss. At least your first shot isn't going to kill me. In the meantime, I'm going to be shooting at you, Mr. Dundee, and I'm not bluffing.
I won't miss. I've waited too many years to miss. For 3 years, 8 months, and 17 days, I've waited for this minute. You're going to have to kill me this time. I ain't never going back to that.
You all right, Miss Clemens?
Dundee! Is he dead?
No. I want to use your horse, Mr. Hogan. Dundee's horse is probably in the bushes someplace. I'd appreciate it if you'd drive Mrs. Phillips back to town. I'll pack the prisoner in.
Sure, Marshal. You and Miss Phillips, you're all right.
Yes, thank you. Here's your gun, Miss Phillips. I'm glad you didn't have to use it.
You mean she tried to... She helped you?
If she hadn't distracted Mr. Dundee, I'd probably be dead by now. Come in.
I'm going away. I wanted to tell you. I don't seem to be able to find the words.
Well, it's not necessary to say anything. I think I know what you feel.
I don't know what I feel about you. I don't know whether I hate you or... My father. You were telling me the truth. But he was still my father. And I loved him very much.
I know.
Maybe we'll meet again someday, somewhere. And if we do, I hope we both will have forgotten all of this. I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, I've already forgotten it. Most of it. Some things I'd like to remember.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Wyatt.
Goodbye, Barbara.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Get those two Indians right here.
These the friends of Wyatt Earp?
Yeah, on their way to tell him all about us. That Earp's bad medicine, Roof. Maybe we ought to just scare those Cheyenne.
Cousin and brother don't scare. Roof's right. We'll have to kill him.
All right, stop the jabber. I hear him coming.
Scatter. Meet tonight in the camp.
Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Marshal Wyatt Earp's good friends were Mr. Cousin and Mr. Brother, Cheyenne Indians who had left their tribal group to serve as scouts for the Army and valued advisors to Marshal Earp. Wyatt has been much criticized for his strange variety of friends and his absolute loyalty to them. But friendship with Indians was beyond the pale. As Dodge City said in 1879, Injuns weren't even people.
Mr. Brother is dead, but it looks like Mr. Cousin has a fair chance.
I couldn't get much out of him, just that 4 men he didn't know ambushed them on the Nations Trail south of town.
You shouldn't try to rouse him or make him talk. He's got a bullet in the left lobe.
Can he make it?
Well, he's tough.
Take it easy, Mr. Cousin.
Mr. Herb, we tell Mr. Herb.
I'm right here.
Bad men, dry gulchers. They hold up a wagon train. We ride to tell you, then they shoot.
No more right now, Wyatt. Let him rest.
He's gonna need good nursing, Doc. If he asks about Mr. Brother, don't tell him. Just say that I'm gonna get every one of those men that dry gulched him.
Norton says there'll be talk about burying Mr. Brother in the new cemetery.
Well, let him talk. Have you had any report on a wagon train robbery recently?
Indian Bureau wagons carrying supplies to the Cheyenne reservation.
What gang did it?
Nothing on that. An Army detachment from Fort Sill was sent after him.
Mr. Cousin mentioned dry gulches. Now, is that because they bushwhacked him and Mr. Brother, or is there an outfit called the Dry Gulches?
That's a new name to me.
Al?
Yes, sir.
I want a day and night watch put on Mr. Cousin. Whoever bushwhacked him may come in and try to finish off the job.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Maybe a cold trail and a long one. You just arrange the guard.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. Mr. Brother was killed in Ford County, my jurisdiction.
He was shot after an Indian Bureau train was raided. That makes it a federal case. I'm still a U.S. Deputy Marshal, in case you've forgotten. Mr. Brother wasn't your friend.
Wyatt, you're my friend.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You, give Hal a hand. Any trouble breaks loose at the saloons.
Gets mighty lonesome on the trail between Dodge and Oklahoma Territory.
Well, you suit yourself. Got 4 men to catch, and I'm going to catch them.
Good, I need the exercise.
Howdy.
Howdy. Get down. Come in.
Thanks.
There's some hot grub there.
Thanks, Cookie.
Yeah, I'll pour you a cup of hot coffee here.
Right hospitable of you.
Well, it's the boss man's orders.
You heard driving into Dodge?
Yeah.
What's new in that dusty hole?
Oh, nothing I heard of. A couple of Indians got shot.
In Dodge?
No, somewhere south. One's dead and the other's being looked after by the doctor.
Why are they taking so much trouble with an engine?
Friend of Wyatt Earp. I ain't got time to be answering no more questions. I got to get supper.
Sure. Thanks, Cookie.
Well, right here's where it happened. Mr. Sandage had already picked him up when Joe and I happened along. We didn't wait to look for signs.
Four horses. Kansas horseshoes, wouldn't you say?
Not Texas shoes. Maybe Kansas or Missouri.
Now, this horse was shod cavalry style.
Cavalry toes. You know, it could be an Indian trader. One of them turned hoodlum when the Army cleaned house and drove him from the forts. They all scattered, Wyatt.
One of them went south.
East and north over here. Well, which do we pick?
None of them. Let's try the cattle camps.
Hold it! Injuns! Injuns!
What about them?
War party at Cheyenne! I'm heading for Dodge.
You look like a road agent to me. Why didn't you stop him?
Maybe he was telling the truth.
Indian war party?
Probably reservation jumpers. Come on, let's get out of sight.
Oh. Ooh.
Much blood here. It is true. Our friends are dead.
Young Wolf!
No, it is friend. Marshal Earp.
Bad news travels fast.
Both my tribal brothers dead?
No. Only Mr. Brother. Mr. Cousin badly wounded.
We Cheyenne take care of this.
No, young wolf. The pony soldiers are after the white man who did it.
And so are we. You'd better get back to the reservation.
Sheriff Masterson is right.
Indian agent chief, let us go. Read this.
Same old story. Indian Bureau doesn't trust the Army. Young Wolf, we'll talk about this. According to the Indian Bureau, their names are Will Dade, Dick Averill,
Wait a
Sam...
minute. April with an I?
That's right. Sam Wilson, Ruth Prentice. That's the four of them. Call themselves the Dry Gulchers.
Any description?
Well, Mr. Delman says here that Texas Rangers may have a reward sheet on them.
Well, that's a big help to us right now.
Look, we didn't even have the names until now. At least that's something. You think Mr. Cousin can identify him?
No, they bushwhack him. My paper.
Young Wolf, may I give you some advice? Mr. Delman knows he hasn't got the authority to let you and your braves travel as a posse with guns. This paper merely says that you and your braves are going to meet the men named on agency business.
To hang them.
Sheriff Masterson and I will tend to that. Now, my advice is that you go back to the reservation.
No, we promised Chief Two Moon. White men die.
Young Wolf, they will die. I give you my word.
You have been good friend of Indian.
I have tried to be.
If we catch killers, I will send message to you. But you must let us watch them hang.
All right.
Run into that cavalry patrol somewhere.
They may find a gulch or two before it happens.
You reckon that fellow who was running for Dodge could be one of them?
Yeah, let's take a look along the trail.
Cavalry shoes on his horse. We better get back to Dodge. That gulcher might try to finish the job on Cousin.
Should have shot him when I had a chance. Next time you'll get it.
Wyatt, no killing. We need him to get to the others.
Yeah, you keep reminding me of that.
Sure you ain't being followed?
No, but we're in trouble. We didn't kill one of the engines. I'm not fooling. One they called Cousin made it back into Dodge. I ran by Wyatt Earp and another John Law at the ambush. And to make matters worse, a passel of Cheyenne are trailing us.
That Cousin saw us. You've got to go into Dodge and get him.
All right.
Hold it. We'll trade horses.
What?
Those cavalry shoes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We can't afford to make any more mistakes. As soon as you get into Dodge, buy some town clothes. Clean up. Get a shave. Here. Wear these specs.
Hey, where's Dick and Sam?
They're still circling. Haven't come in yet. We'll wait for you right here.
What about that Cheyenne?
Don't worry about them. We've backtracked through water at least 10 times. Anyway, they'd never believe we'd meet up so close to Dodge. You get in, finish your job, and get back here before midnight.
Oh, it's going to be later than that, Roof.
All right, then. Follow us on down to our camp on the Cimarron. Get going.
Well, his pulse is better, but I won't try to remove that slug. I wish someone could convince Wyatt that my office isn't a safe place for witnesses to a murder.
Mr. Earp said to take Cousin to his room as soon as he can stand the handling.
Not tonight. And I'm going to keep the doors locked.
Friend, is there a doctor in this town?
Why, sure, Doc McCarty. You ailing?
Yeah, I've got an ache.
Well, Doc's office is up Front Street near the Dodge Hotel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks.
Who is it?
Wyatt. How is he?
Doc thinks he's holding his own.
Any strangers come in here to see Doc?
No, sir. He's a mite fidgety. Asked me to keep the shades drawn and the door locked.
Well, that's a good idea. We're going to have to shake down the town. You take the horse racks, I'll take the livery stable. Don't you let anybody in here unless Doc or you know him, huh?
Yes, sir. Who is it?
Doc.
Where's Mrs. Perkins?
She got scared and left. But Wyatt and Masterson were just here.
Why didn't they stay here?
They're searching the town, Doc, just in case.
Mister! That fellow walking across the street yonder. Hold it! Hold it right there.
What's happening here?
Take it.
There must be some mistake, Marshal.
Yeah? How'd you know I was a marshal? It's too dark to read my badge.
I call every officer a marshal, force of habit.
You do, huh? What's your name and where you from?
Walter Jones. I rode in from the Bar Q camp on Salt River.
Oh. Where's your horse?
At the hitch rack in front of the Dodge Hotel.
Let's take a look.
That's my horse.
Did you fire those shots?
I don't know. I haven't found his 45 yet. Not cavalry shoes.
He looks something like the man who passed us on the trail.
Except he's had a shave and he's wearing different clothes.
Marshal, you've got me all wrong. I'm just a cowhand who came into Dodge for a good time.
Mm-hmm. These are just plain glass, mister.
That's right. I use them to keep dust out of my eyes.
No?
He's lying. We'll find the gun.
That's right. Come on, move. Move.
What do you say?
All right. I gonna.
No, cousin.
Mr. Cousin? Mr. Cousin, you know who I am?
Sure. Mr. Herb. I feel weak, bad.
Mr. Cousin, I want you to take a look at this man. Can you see him? Turn around there. You ever see him before?
No. Who is he?
The name is Walter Jones, Injun. Now, do you have any other bright ideas?
Doctor, there's an Army surgeon visiting Fort Dodge. Will Mr. Cousin be able to make that trip tomorrow?
Well, if he has a good night, it's possible.
One other point, Doctor. The Indians were bushwhacked by 4 men. Now, Mr. Cousin may have only seen 1 or 2 of them. This dry gulch is lucky.
Call the names now, Herb.
Don't beg for a licking, fella.
Just who's going to give me that? You?
Why'd you kill him?
Yeah, there's a law against that, isn't there? Now, you take him out to the edge of town and give him back his gun. And you, whatever your name is, you come back into Dodge again, I may have to break that law. I'll see you in my office later.
You'll see me later, too.
Now you're begging to be dead. What are you trying to do, cheat an insurance company? Come on. Walter Jones is mighty sore at you.
That's good.
You picked the fight.
Yeah. And I want him to stay killing and mad.
He's a bushwhacker, Wyatt.
One of the Dry Gulch Quartet.
You sure or guessing? Cousin couldn't identify him.
He was too interested when I asked the doc if I could take Mr. Cousin over to the Army surgeon at the fort. Well, I couldn't risk Mr. Cousin's life. He'd be aiming at him.
I got an idea. Dress me up like an Indian, and I can...
Wait a minute. The Opera House.
Huh?
Yeah, that's it. There's a Indian dummy over there. Backstage. They used it last year when Buffalo Bill had to strangle a wicked Apache in his show. Looks real lifelike, too.
Nothing wrong with that. He might bushwhack the dummy and you.
Well, not with you and your deputies trailing. There's one more thing, and this is real important. Where do most of the decent Indian traders hang out?
Dunphy's Tavern in the county.
All right, fine. You send a man out there that can play a good drunk. You give him the names of Dade, Averill, Wilson, and Prentice. You tell him to spread the word around that they murdered Mr. Brother, and they're blaming it on other men, Indian traders.
What's that got to do with you making a target out of yourself in the morning?
One dry gulcher isn't enough. I want all 4 of them. 4.
half after midnight. Can't wait for Dade no longer.
Maybe run into trouble. Never saw no trouble that Dade couldn't squirm out of.
We'll scatter again. Wait for him down at the forks.
Good, the boys are in position. Here comes Wyatt. Move parallel and about 100 yards in front of him. In case Jones, or whatever his name is, makes his play and then tries to run.
You didn't kill him, huh?
No, I obeyed orders, Deacon.
Come on. Sit down over there. All right, now let's go over this again, huh? You still claim your name is Walter Jones and that you don't know a thing about the dry gulches, huh?
Yeah.
Why don't you turn him over to the Cheyenne, Wyatt? That'll make him talk.
Bluffers. So are you, Dade. You bushwhacked those Indians. His name is Will Dade. He rides with Prentice, Averill, and Wilson.
Ah, you loco Bates. I quit them 2 years ago.
Are you willing to swear that he's a dry gulcher?
I sure am.
Lock him up. Well, that's one of them.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে
কথা বলতে বলতে কখন যেন হলে আমার
জানি গল্পে গল্পে মিশে অল্পে অল্পে আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পায়ে স্বপ্নের লাই আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংসগুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
Rồi thì xin đấm đầu đấy. Chết mày. Mày. Ô. Ui. Chịu. Một chết không chết. Nhưng mà con quái tí giết con chít. Quái giết con chít xong là nó chết luôn. Quái chít chảy đau đấy. Chôn tao. Bài thằng này cũng khỏe à. Thằng 229 chưa chết à? Sao rồi? Gặp cái thằng mạnh nhất rồi. Sao? Đây đi. Đâu có gì nhất rồi. Thôi bài full rồi nhờ xét cơ, đâu có xét. Thảo xét. Tí ăn thằng này à? Thế quả thì mình sẽ xếp bài lệch sang một chút thì sẽ được. Sẽ xét lui sau đó. Chuẩn không vậy. 700 củ anh sẽ revert phát nữa. Còn thiếu 6 củ để revert lên 660 à. Anh không có revert lên 10 400 vòng rồi này. Ông vượt qua kỷ lục 430 quay không? 430 lap nhỉ. 119 20 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 kỷ lục mới. Đi record. Rồi 233 kỷ lục mới, qua kỷ lục mới tận 3 lap. Ê thua lại. Phải không? Ê không thua. Không thua. Mày rồi ăn tao. Rồi có top 4 rồi. Có top 4 rồi. Mình sẽ không phải là cái thằng hậu cái D nữa. Mình cần cái gì rồi? Xẻng rồi cái này ra định mệnh. Được. Ây à, ổn thế nhờ. Một cái gì đây? Một cái nỏ xét à? Một cái nỏ xét rồi. Hay là một đơn muốn thằng đéo cho thế. Mình đã trả thưởng 1 đô. Xét cây đăng phép à? Cái thằng này à? Thằng này sẽ phải lưu xuống đấy đi. Xong. Bế xua thầy. Cái lô bên kia. Xếp bài láo hả? Phải bay nhanh như ngựa ấy. Thầy xếp bài láo thì nó mới phù hợp. Ok, sự là phù hợp ấy. Không phù hợp rồi. À sắp đi rồi. Sao át đứng đây chết nhở? Ê thằng khỏe đấy. Đừng quăng át nữa, làm ơn. Thua rồi. Trừ mấy? Trừ 9 à? Trừ 9, binh top 3. Thằng kia bài ấy mạnh phết. Bài đéo gì táng tim. Khỏe. Không biết là khỏe. Chia anh mày đi. Bao nhiêu cả tờ nhà anh nữa? 134 ạ. Tớ biết lên cho nhiều phết. 135, 36, 106, 36 chuẩn. Léo ấy. Mày tích lẻ. Sắp 1 tiếng rồi. Hàng kia khởi động một mới à? Trần Long. Đấu trường chân ái. Vẽ sự kiện. lap vào. Tôi vượt qua kỷ lục chúng ta. Sẽ cần vượt qua kỷ lục ấy 600 triệu coin thì đi vớt tiếp. Đéo bật auto thì vớt được, đéo thì cũng tiền. Bay chọn ông thầy ơi. Uống nước này 200 lap. Chọn chưa? Ok, không nhận gì được. Thì ai?
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমারও মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি একটু উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার, ভুলিয়া ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Mày 10% nữa. Mày ngã. Mày ô, không được. Đùa tao. Xuân không. Xuân vậy bạn ơi. Hiểu được rồi. Xuân nhớ vậy. Lại là trẻ này 10 đây đó, được tiếp à? 3 củ 59 là xem được bao nhiêu nhá. 3%, 4 và 66 cũng được. Át này sẽ át từ này rồi. Ê, chơi xong rồi, đánh trùng bài rồi, thằng này ấn tử thần ạ. Không sao thầy ơi, mình dồn trước là được. Sử thanh hóa tôi nói bà xong rồi xoay bài tự động. Chuẩn chỉ đấy, chuẩn chỉ mà sao mà tự động. Go. Binh Chi Linh gọi thầy ơi. Nhót không? Nhót, đét. Cho tao. Ngao vậy. Vẫn đang may, anh vẫn đang nhảy. Thắng mà. Let me show you darkness. Sai rồi. Sai đều. Phải lái vô à? Sao? Captain Vietnamese. Captain Việt Nam. Máy. Capture. Chuẩn không vậy bạn ơi? Chuẩn. 2 lần này. 2 lần. Đó, không 3 lần. Lại nữa ta thể mình tính 3 lần này. 3 lần 1 lần là 4 này. 5 lần, 5 lần, 6 lần, 6 lần, 6 lần, chưa được 6 lần, 5 lần, rồi 5. Chuẩn đấy. Ngon. Còn một cái cung xanh nữa. Đây đi. Cái bài gọi là gì nhỉ? Ủa có bài là yêu đét. Long Vương à. Yêu đét xong còn nhiều món đấy. Xuân vợ thầy chờ chạm đất 49 rồi. Xong lần này là quay một vòng rồi. Bình. Tại không
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক রূপ।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে। বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে না।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Thì chả kiếm như thế mạnh nhất rồi. Có kiếm mạnh hơn đâu chuột. Vì mất đến map cuối thì mất được. Mắc theo heo ấy. Xong mắc theo heo thì mất. Kiếm này mạnh nhất rồi. Kiếm này mạnh nhất rồi còn đâu. Đéo kiếm mạnh hơn. Kiếm mạnh nhất rồi còn đâu. Lúc không. Một lúc vào. Nót không. Hôm nay anh chán quá, anh thì định không đi học cô cũ. Không, anh chán không đi học cơ. Không, phải xin thầy trước xong rồi bảo là cho em xin phép vào học online, tham gia lớp online để cho em vào. Suy nghĩ ấy. Rồi anh danh ra huyết top 6 rồi. Nhưng mà không được. Bởi bổ trợ thì anh xem lại xem là hôm nay bổ trợ cái đéo vậy đã. Bổ trợ gì? Anh xem bổ trợ được cái gì? Thỉnh thoảng không nghe đâu, nó tắt nghe mà phần nào. Đâu? Đúng em à? Không được Vũ ơi, chụp cái hình phát chu ấy. Được. Bây giờ sẽ với cái bắt chu. Không, nó hỏi về át thì nó bị mày kinh. Thôi Nam không được làm. Thôi Nam gì. Thử xem trong thư spam ấy xem có không. Thấy chưa, thầy bảo cái chú lúa đây, cái chú lúa tiên. Công à, công à, chán quá. Phùng Thành à, ai giờ là ai giờ Phùng Thanh Độ cơ, và Phùng Thanh Độ. Quay lên mình Nhật Hải, quay lên mình Nhật Nam. Phú tiền rồi. Để với anh tôi mà. Quang áo à? À, điên à, cái thằng này quay còn dài hơn cái thằng này còn quay còn dài hơn cái thằng đầu tiên quay cùng anh cơ. Thằng Tấn Nam cái gì ấy. Không bị vết là xong rồi. Qua đây cô ơi. Quá cởi. Tập tới sau chắc bị đau quá. Nó xong ngủ dậy. Rồi xong ngủ dậy không bị đau. Mày cứ xách nhít cho thằng vô khôi đi. Thằng đấy tập thằng ấy tập mỗi bài mỗi máy một set, xong rồi nó đi chỗ khác, xong rồi tôi về nó kêu đau quá à. Mày nhót. mày cứ đi thằng vô khôi. Ôi kìa, phải tay trước. Mày bỏ là lưng tay sau bởi vì mày thấy lưng cả tay sau đó là ở sau của em. Biết kiếm à? Mày kinh gà đen à? Đó, tao biết tao bị over mà sao buồn thế này, tao biết mà, tao biết thế trước, tao biết tao béo thì tao mới giảm cân, tao giảm béo, tao giảm 4 cân rồi đấy. Nhầm không phải, nhầm vậy bự. Đồ bằng dòng bị mất thì danh hiệu của cháu gì nhỉ? Danh hiệu đâu mày? Daily tôi có tời heo, mai sẽ được có OP tiếp à? Danh hiệu ở đâu đâu? Sai sổ à? À đây. Vua S 252 block 9.000 block, coi 3 tỷ 2. Anh Quỷ Vương với lobby nè. Phải update nhiều mà sao đéo có cốt nhỉ? Chú tao Cái gì? Đây xem mà. Đi qua mẹ mày. Đi qua mẹ. Phải. Gửi mấy bạn sáng ai thi giải tích điểm 8 cộng mà cứ kết thúc nhé. Mình thi có 3.5 thôi. Còn chưa kêu 8 cộng kêu cái gì hả? Là tao được có 8 điểm. Tiếc. Thì đưa mình này ở đó mà chê. Làm như thượng đẳng lắm. Chắc thấy phòng toàn 3-4 xương lắm nhỉ. Kinh ác. Mấy cái thằng mấy cái thằng 2 cái 5 này. Thằng đang nói là cùng khóa cùng khóa với cả yêu béo hả? Đó, không nói thế chứ có đi nữa. Sao Vũ thì anh nói bị dính nhà ám với chỉnh nào? Không sao, để thầy tắt mic thằng này. Em quan. Ui thầy khỏe đấy. Có đâu quan khỏe vậy bro lui. Thầy mà chưa khỏe như vậy, thầy khỏe hơn. Ha, có ánh sáng. Mày nhót. Mấy cái đéo bây giờ, đéo nhặt chi gì luôn. Ở trên ta còn 4 chơi là đánh con đây. Yes sir. Sống chết có số rồi. Dạ. Bảo Nam về P phát gì Vũ xong rồi lên xem có sao. Well. Với cùng rồi. Hết rồi, cảm xúc mất đi, đi mất được mà, đến móc của em phát đi mất được luôn. Không đi mất gì chứ. Bị mất luôn. Hôm tao đánh đến mắt không đi thầm đi bớt này, tao đánh 50 tỏi tiền đéo đi bớt rồi sau đi bớt thì không. Em gì, bao nhiêu tiền trả em đéo rồi sau phải đi bớt hết. Mỹ thuật. Anh có minion à? Thầy vứt đi à? Có một thằng chụp ảnh vứt đi vào trường cấp 3 đéo nào đang là đéo hiểu thằng áo nào tự dưng vào trường tông nghịch anh em ạ. Tìm thằng này giống vứt đi cực, đéo biết phải vứt đi không? Giống anh Quyết. Vứt đi thật thì sao ấy, vứt đi mà nhưng mà nhìn nó béo hơn mọi lần ấy. Dạo ở trên thread thì có mấy cái trên là cứ đăng giới thiệu bản thân cái thứ ấy, xong toàn mấy thằng gay đăng. Nếu hiểu nghe cái thằng gay làm nhớ gì này. Nó cứ đang là mình một biết bao nhiêu ấy, đăng 1 tỷ cái giới thiệu bản thân ra ấy, xong rồi thích con trai với cả bisexual